Is your body using your bladder as a cruel to AM alarm clock? Stop blaming the glass of water. The real problem is gravity and physics. The single biggest mistake millions of people make that sabotages deep, restorative sleep tonight. Why does your body force your kidneys into overdrive in the middle of the night? Doctor reveals the 5 simple, non-invasive mistakes stealing your dignity and your precious sleep. The silent force shifting fluid and unexpectedly flooding your kidneys as soon as you lie down. Are your healthy dinner vegetables the hidden diuretic trap you never saw coming? The golden rule for evening hydration that can cut your nightly bathroom trips in half, guaranteed. Don't skip the last secret. It's the most powerful non-invasive, gravity-based strategy of all. The 60-second double voiding trick for a completely empty bladder and a guaranteed extra hour of sleep. Is the temperature in your bedroom making you wake up to pee? The microclimate trap exposed. Why people over 50 must learn to outsmart gravity 1 hour before they even get into bed. The ADH defense. How drinking till late brutally shuts down your body's natural nighttime protection. Your fragmented sleep is silently destroying your mood, focus, and long-term vitality. If you struggle with nocturia, this 1-minute nightly ritual is a complete game changer. We prove tonight that your bladder is just the messenger. The true culprit is a hidden fluid shift. Welcome to Natural Health Secrets, where we help you restore health and vitality by teaching you how to work with your body's natural rhythm, not against it. If your current nightly ritual is a maddening sequence of falling asleep, only to be awakened with frustrating certainty around 2 or 3 in the morning by the sudden, undeniable pressure of a full bladder, you are certainly not alone. For too long, the common belief has been that the problem is simple. You drank too much water, or perhaps you just sigh and surrender to the idea that this is simply an inevitable sign of getting older. We are here to tell you that these excuses are not only wrong, but they prevent you from addressing the actual, fixable biological issues that are stealing your deep, life-affirming sleep. The most common, most correctable reason you are waking up at 2 a.m. has surprisingly little to do with that innocent glass of water you had an hour before bed. The culprit lies in a subtle interplay of gravity, temperature, and ancient biological responses that your body struggles to manage once you are lying flat and still. The truth is that your bladder is merely the messenger, alerting you to an issue originating elsewhere. The real culprits are gravitational fluid shifts and subtle hormonal responses that push your kidneys into unnecessary, middle-of-the-night overdrive. Understanding these forces is the absolute key to reclaiming your dry, uninterrupted nights. In this professional guide, we will walk you through the 5 most surprising and overlooked mistakes that are quietly sabotaging your deep sleep, counting them down from 5 to 1. We promise that the number 1 mistake, the one involving the simple power of gravity, is the most powerful and most overlooked strategy you will ever learn. Mastering this single gravity-based secret can reliably cut your nightly wake-ups in half. Starting as soon as tonight, restoring not just your sleep, but your dignity and your daytime energy. Fragmented sleep is a serious threat to your long-term health, mood, and focus. So if you are ready to finally reclaim those peaceful, dry nights, stay with us. Before we dive into the first mistake, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button now. Your click helps us push this vital, professional information to more people who are struggling silently and desperately need a solution beyond medication. Mistake number 5 is what we call the 3-hour liquid myth. And it is a common misunderstanding of your body's processing speed. Most of us know better than to chug a large volume of liquid right before bed. But many health-conscious people think a small cup of calming tea or a glass of water an hour before hitting the pillow is completely harmless. This is a critical, costly mistake, because the rule isn't simply drink less at night. The rule is to stop drinking all significant liquids much sooner than you believe is necessary. The golden, non-negotiable rule is this: your kitchen should be closed for all significant liquid consumption 3 full hours before the moment your head hits the pillow. The biological reason for this is linked to your kidneys, which are your body's master filters. When you drink, that liquid must first be fully absorbed into your bloodstream, and then your kidneys sense this increase in fluid volume and start the process of producing urine. To maintain balance, that entire, complex process from absorption to kidney filtration can take up to 180 minutes, or 3 full hours. This means that the seemingly harmless glass of water you sipped at 9 p.m., when you plan to be asleep by 10:30 p.m., actually sets your kidneys up for peak urine production around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., perfectly timed to shatter your deep sleep. Your body has a natural defense mechanism for this, a hormone called ADH, or antidiuretic hormone. ADH naturally rises while you sleep, acting as a brake on your kidneys, telling them to slow down and conserve fluid. However, drinking too close to bedtime effectively suppresses that vital ADH spike, keeping your kidneys stuck in high production, daytime mode, right when you need them to be quiet. A study in the Journal of Clinical Urology confirms that enforcing a strict 3-hour liquid cutoff significantly reduced nighttime urination frequency in participants. The simple, clear solution here is to front-load your hydration. Drink plenty in the morning and afternoon, getting all your major fluid needs met before dinner, and then systematically taper off all liquids completely after dinner. We encourage you to drop a comment below and tell us honestly, what is your current liquid cutoff time? Mistake number 4 is the hidden diuretic trap, which is often found hiding within your dinner plate. Even when you believe you are eating healthily, you may have managed your liquids perfectly according to our 3-hour rule. Yet you are still waking up with a full bladder, forcing us to look at the contents of your last major meal. The first part of this trap is a simple timing disaster: eating a heavy, large meal within 3 hours of bed keeps your entire body in active digestive mode. Your system diverts blood to your stomach and intestines, creating a phenomenon called metabolic water as a byproduct of breaking down food. This metabolic water adds an extra, unseen fluid volume to your bloodstream, and once again, your kidneys must clear it during the night, regardless of how little you drank. The more complex the meal, the longer and harder your body works, and the more unnecessary fluid it processes in the middle of the night. The second and more subtle part of the trap involves natural diuretics hiding in what you consider healthy vegetables. We all know alcohol and caffeine act as strong diuretics, telling the kidneys to make more urine. but so do surprisingly common, healthy foods. Natural, gentle diuretics include things like celery, asparagus, cucumber, and bell peppers. Even highly spicy foods can irritate the bladder lining and increase the urgency to urinate. That large, fresh, healthy salad you ate at 8:30 p.m. might, paradoxically, be the primary reason you are forced out of sleep at 2 a.m. The easy and clear solution is to finish your last large meal 3 to 4 hours before bed. But more strategically, move those diuretic vegetables to lunchtime. For dinner, stick to cooked, non-diuretic options like carrots, cooked broccoli, green beans, or sweet potatoes. If you find this practical, professional advice helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to the Natural Health Secrets channel and turn on notifications. We are committed to providing these kinds of non-obvious, actionable solutions every week. Mistake number 3 is a simple, mechanical error we call the good enough bathroom trip. This happens when you follow all the rules, going to the bathroom just before bed. But you rush the process, assuming you are fully done when, in fact, you are not. Your bladder is a muscular pouch, and when you rush, or when you strain aggressively, you often only empty about 80 to 90% of its volume. That's seemingly small. Leftover 10 to 20% gives your bladder a head start on refilling, significantly accelerating the time until it wakes you up again. The simple, powerful fix for this is a technique called double voiding, and it should become the final thing you do before you climb into bed. First, sit down on the toilet, which helps relax your pelvic floor muscles, and urinate normally without straining. Second, wait patiently for 30 to 60 seconds. Use this time to take a few slow, calming breaths. Then, lean forward slightly, resting your forearms on your knees if possible, and gently try to urinate again. That second, small release of fluid is the critical difference maker, ensuring your bladder is truly empty for the long night ahead. 2 extra minutes spent on this simple ritual could easily translate into an extra 2 hours of dry, uninterrupted sleep. Mistake number 2 involves a silent environmental factor that actively confuses your hormonal systems, your bedroom's microclimate. The temperature of your sleeping environment directly affects how your kidneys and circulatory system behave at night. There are 2 common temperature traps. The first is a room that is too hot. A warm room, heavy blankets, or thick pajamas prevent your body from cooling down into its deep, restorative sleep state. When you stay in lighter sleep, your ADH hormone never fully activates, meaning your kidneys continue producing urine at a much higher rate. And even a half-full bladder can trigger an unnecessary wake-up. You are disrupting the very hormonal break designed to protect your sleep. The second trap is a room that is too cold, which triggers a physiological response known as cold diuresis. When your body gets too cold, your blood vessels in your hands and feet constrict sharply to conserve heat, pushing that blood volume back toward your core. Your kidneys, sensing this sudden increase in central blood pressure and volume, react immediately by trying to lower the pressure, doing so by producing more urine. It is the exact same response as having to urinate after swimming in cold water, and it is a major cause of nocturnal wake-ups. The clear solution is to find the perfect cool, but not cold balance. Keep your room thermostat slightly lower than you think you need. Use breathable, light-adjustable blankets, and wear light pajamas made of natural fabrics. Avoid heavy, heat-trapping sleepwear that keeps your core temperature too high. Now we arrive at the most crucial and most overlooked factor of all. The one that can change everything about your nightly struggle. Mistake number 1, the gravity and pressure problem. This is the biological reason why your bladder truly becomes a 2 a.m. alarm clock all day long as you stand, walk, or even sit. The unrelenting force of gravity is constantly pulling fluid into your lower legs, ankles, and feet. By the time you are ready to go to bed, that fluid is sitting there, pooled in the tissues of your lower extremities. The moment you finally lie down flat, gravity's power is released, and that pooled fluid begins to slowly shift back. It flows back from your legs into the central areas of your body, significantly increasing your total circulating blood volume. Your body's regulatory system, sensing this sudden, unnatural volume increase, immediately alerts the kidneys to start filtering the excess fluid, right when you should be in your deepest, most crucial sleep phase. This is why you consistently wake up at that 2 a.m. Mark it as the time required for that fluid to shift and for the kidneys to hit peak filtration. This is the ultimate, non-invasive fix. You must outsmart gravity by dealing with that fluid before you go to bed, not during the night. The simple action is to elevate your legs for 1 to 2 full hours before your target bedtime. Lie back comfortably, prop your feet and lower the legs up higher than your heart, and let gravity begin the drainage process early, forcing your kidneys to process that fluid before you are trying to sleep. You will likely experience an extra trip or 2 to the bathroom during that 2-hour window, which is exactly the point. You are choosing to clear the fluid at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. rather than being forced to clear it at 2 a.m. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society demonstrated that this simple practice of leg elevation before sleep significantly reduced the frequency of nighttime urination. This is the power of working with your body's physics and natural design. This one ritual alone can be the difference between fragmented, damaging sleep and 7 hours of peaceful, continuous rest. To complement this, here is a professional bonus tip. When you do go to bed, try sleeping on your side, particularly your left side. This position helps improve overall circulation and, for some individuals, can relieve unnecessary pressure on the bladder, supporting the work of the gravity-based protocol. Now, we understand that we have given you 5 incredibly powerful, actionable changes, and implementing them all at once can feel overwhelming and discouraging. We have a final, important rule for you to ensure your success. We call this the rule of 1. Do not try to fix all 5 mistakes at once. That leads to burnout and failure. Instead, pick the one mistake, the one that gave you that powerful aha moment. Whether it was the 3-hour liquid rule or the gravity solution, and commit to mastering only that one mistake for the next 3 nights. Small, consistent wins are the absolute key to lasting, permanent biological change. The key to reclaiming your dry, uninterrupted sleep is not found in a pill or an aggressive surgery. It is found in understanding the subtle cues of your body and partnering with its natural processes. This is how you truly reclaim your comfort, your freedom, and your quiet confidence. You are not fighting the slow march of age. You are partnering with your body's sophisticated rhythm and giving it the simple, clear instructions it needs. We want to know which mistake was your aha moment, because that is your starting line for tonight. Tell us in the comments below. And if this professional guide gave you a concrete, simple plan you can start immediately, type the word plan in the comments. Please remember to subscribe to the Natural Health Secrets channel and turn on your notifications so we can continue this journey of decoding your best health together. Take care of your body, master its physics, and sleep deeply and soundly.